I didn't realize that that blue screen was no longer on the screen. I'm still trying to wake up, guys. Good morning or afternoon, wherever you are. For me, it's still late morning. And, okay. If you want to plant a tree with me, I have the code scrolling down below. Katrina is here. How was your birthday? Make sure you guys have your water, your coffee, your tea, whatever it is to keep you hydrated. I've got my liquid IV and my coffee. And I still have to finish the rest of my muffin. Nice and relaxing. Finished Fall of the House of Usher. How was it? Is it super scary? I even took a nap. Yes, I love when you're able to take a nap. Damn it. Never mind. The forest code is not scrolling at the bottom. I don't know why it does this. I think because I had a text message from my husband and then it got rid of the room. So let me get the new room code. 3SG. 63SAFV3SG. Save. Now the forest code is scrolling down below. It was really good. I didn't realize until halfway through it's big. Girl. I knew right away, but I'm a big Poe fan. Like, he's one of my favorite writers to date. I know it's like macabre and dark and whatnot, but he has always been one of my favorite authors to read their work. I don't know where it's at. Oh, it's kind of buried. I have one of his complete works from like Barnes and Noble. And to this day, I really, really enjoy the Raven movie with John Cusack. But I do know that some of his stuff can be rather scary. And that's why I was questioning on, okay, that's just going to stay there. That's why I was questioning on how scary it is, because I love his stuff, but I also can't handle too scary stuff. But I think this was talking about the naps. I am too. I just didn't piece it together, but it was a really good show. Well, I have like 3 edition of the complete works. Yeah, I would totally go and get more. I have the one that's black with, I'm just going to grab it. Black with red on it. You guys can go down there. I have this one. And they're silver. The camera's not going to do it justice, but they're silver gilded edges. Is that what they're called? Silver sprayed. But yeah. One of my faves. Not super scary, more gore than scare. Okay, then I can probably handle it. Joe wanted me to watch 13 Ghosts last night because he's super excited for the possibility of the TV show that they're gonna or the limited series that they're planning on doing where each episode will be about one of the ghosts. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can handle that one because ghosts. Anything that has to do with like hauntings or ghosts like that, I don't think I can handle. Like I don't like paranormal activity. And I know it's not like super scary, but yeah, it scares the bejesus out of me. Yes, this one I love it. I'm pretty sure I got it from Barnes and Noble. Yeah, because it's the Barnes and Noble version. Also, Telltale Heart is probably one of my favorite short stories. Absolutely. That one's so good. Um, The Raven and Annabelle Lee are some of my faves too. I did read The Fall of the House of Usher, but it was back in 8th grade and it was for like English class. So I don't remember a whole lot of it because I haven't read it since then. And 8th grade for me was so long ago. So long ago. Let's see. That would have been like, the end of 2000 and no, I would have graduated 8th grade in 2004 and started high school at the end of 2004. So, I was 14 and so long ago. I don't even want to do the math. Um, but yeah, every single time I get a new Kindle, I always rename it to Annabelle Lee. My Kindle is always called Annabelle Lee. That's one I haven't read yet and probably why I didn't piece it together. It wasn't required reading for us. We did a lot of Shakespeare. Um, I don't think it was technically a required reading because not all of the English classes did it. I think it was just my specific teacher that I had who wanted to do it because I don't think the other English teacher did it, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, Shakespeare is probably the most popular thing to cover in English classes for required reading. That and maybe like To Kill a Mockingbird, 1984. Um, oh, I was totally in honors English. Honors English is where I was living. um, sorry, I'm just trying to get comfortable. Um, I in in freshman year of high school, I still remember reading Homer's The Odyssey and hating it. Absolutely hating it, which is crazy because I love Greek mythology. Even back then, I loved Greek mythology, but for some reason, The Odyssey I could not get into. It was so dry, it was so long, and I don't know if the teacher just didn't make it fun or what, but I could not stand it. And then I recently got a new copy because obviously I got rid of my old copy because I hated it. But I wanted to do some research on Hades and Persephone. And Hades like shows up once, like in one line, I think, um in the Odyssey. It's either he shows up for one line or Persephone shows up for one line, and the other is not even mentioned in the book at all. So I'm just like, that's probably why I don't like it because some of my favorite people aren't even in this. We also did a lot of the not well known Shakespeare. It's why I was stoked with all the teen movies we had growing up because there were a lot of retellings. Yes. I actually took a Shakespeare class in high school and then again in college. So I've read most of his work. But like I found it hilarious that like Um, 10 Things I Hate About You was a Shakespeare retelling, and, wasn't that, like, The Taming of the Shrew, I believe? And then, what were the other one? Clueless? Wasn't Clueless one? Don't quote me on that one. Don't quote me. But there's so many of the movies that we had growing up that were based off of Shakespeare stories, and, we didn't even know it until you actually, take a Shakespeare class. Haha, I failed my first 6 weeks in freshman English because I refused to read Grapes of Wrath. I tried and was like, "Because I can't do this." I didn't have to read Grapes of Wrath, I did have to read Of Mice and Men, and I cried like a baby. Um, that book, to this day, haunts me. Okay, so should we start the first? Oh, Clueless isn't Shakespeare, it's something, what is it? Oh, I'm gonna Google it. You know what? I think you're right, it is Emma, it's Jane Austen. Clueless is a retelling of what? Emma, you're right, it's Emma. Yep. Jane Austen is another one that they do remakes of, or not remakes, but like retellings of quite often. Shakespeare retellings movies. Oh, do you remember the movie O with Josh Hartnett and is it Julia Stiles? She's the man. Obviously, all the Romeo and Juliet versions. I personally really like the Claire Danes and Leo DiCaprio one. Um, Obviously, 10 Things I Hate About You. Oh, Get Over It was with Melissa Joan Hart. Interesting. Why do they have Lion King in here? What is that like, um, King, oh my god, why can't I think of his name? I'm just looking at this list now. I didn't realize the Lion King was. Oh, I'm getting to the list. Get Over It with, or no, that's Kirsten Dunst. I thought that was Melissa Joan Hart. Okay, Get Over It with Kirsten Dunst is A Midsummer's Night Dream, which I love that one. Like, I love that story. I don't think I've seen Get Over It. O is based off of Othello with Mekhi Phifer, Julia Stiles, Josh Hartnett. I remember liking that one. Warm Bodies, which is not from like our teens, but it's based off of Romeo and Juliet. Apparently, the newest rom-com, Anyone But You, that came out last year is based on Much Ado About Nothing. She's the Man is based on 12th Night. Ten Things I Hate About You is based on The Taming of the Shrew, which I saw earlier. West Side Story is obviously Romeo and Juliet. Lion King is based on Hamlet. Interesting. How did I not realize that Lion King was a retelling of a Shakespeare? You learn something new every day, huh? Good morning, Michelle. Yeah, I was gonna say King Lear or Hamlet, but I was thinking more King Lear because the king and the yeah. um I thought there were more though. Like more specifically from like movies in our teen years. So like early 2000s, late 90s, right? That list didn't have very many. It's all good. I can't really speak today. I'm still waking up, even though I've been up for just over 2 hours. Okay, why don't we get the first sprint started? Um, so last call for the forest. My daughter decided to choose the candy tree that we are going to be planting for the first sprint. Um, I am hoping to get quite a bit of words in this stream today. Yesterday, after I got off the streaming, I didn't really do much more. I ended up making fried rice and chicken teriyaki and pot stickers. And then we just kind of chilled. Um, my son and I started to watch Percy Jackson series before going to bed, and I read some books. Well, I read part of a book. I just made my first cup of coffee, so hopefully my brain wakes up soon. Here is my first cup of coffee that I literally made while I was letting you guys filter in. So I'm with ya. Girl, it was your birthday yesterday. You weren't expected to do anything. You are totally allowed to take a break on your damn birthday. I would. I do. Because my birthday is not only my birthday, but it's also my wedding anniversary. So I just let the hubby cater to me that day. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get this first sprint started. And I will see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. Okay, and that was the first sprint. How did we do? I was super distracted by kids and dog, and then I had to talk to Amazon customer service, which in order to chat with someone in customer service at Amazon, they keep making it harder and harder to figure out how to do that. Takes forever. It drives me nuts. Okay, let me create a new forest room and then I will get to the comments. 5 the HFTW4SG. 5ZH excuse me, FTW4SG. Save and scroll. Okay, the new forest code is scrolling on the bottom. I'm going to go back to a jacaranda tree today, or for right now. And Alex has joined us. Hi, friends. Putting the dude down for a nap, and then I'll be on. Hope everyone is having a good Sunday so far. Yay. Just the one sprint or all day? I'm not doing all day today. I will be on this stream until about 2 or 2:30 my time, which California time is about noon or 12:30. But yeah, I'm gonna be watching the Super Bowl. So that is why I'm not going to be doing an all-day live stream today. Katrina got a whopping 95 words in. In my defense, I was on the very last episode of Supernatural and was distracted. Joe and I are getting there. We're on, I think, episode 4 or 5 of season 14. We're almost there. Almost there. But with our schedules, we haven't had the time to actually watch things together, and we try not to watch that in front of the kids because Amelia will have nightmares. Paul won't. Paul is a horror buff. He loves it. He loves that kind of stuff. But Amelia will get nightmares, so we try not to watch it when the kids are like directly in the room, or we tend to wait until they're in bed. But then with Joe also working most weekend nights to help out, since, I can't find a part-time job or regular job to work with my schedule with the kids, it's been even harder to be able to get through some of these seasons. It is what it is. But hey, 95 words is better than nothing, right? Which is more than what I got. I got 6 words for an outline, not even for like an actual scene, for an outline. Yeah, Hubs just pops in to watch when he feels like it. He said by now he's seen the whole series. Joe told me not last night, but the night before, because we were able to watch one episode on Friday night. I was telling him how you were rewatching it for like the umpteenth time, and and he's like, I really wouldn't mind going back and watching the first few seasons again because I don't even remember what happens. I'm like, dude, we started watching this like 5 years ago. Of course, neither one of us remembers what happened in the beginning. I got 481 words, but that's all typing up my handwritten words. That's fine. That's amazing. Good job. Why is my phone going off? Oh, good. My refund went through. Okay. Oh my gosh. They're just yelling at each other. Yeah, I'll probably handwrite while I'm at my dad's later. You going over there for the Super Bowl? My hubby and I love Supernatural. We always go back and start the series over again. Yeah, me and my hubby are trying to finish watching it for the first time. We literally started, I wanna say, close to 5 years ago, and since it's a series that I don't necessarily want my daughter watching yet, because she she is just she's a big scaredy cat. Like, she gets nightmares after she plays zombie game at the park with her friends. And I'm like, "Then don't play the zombie game." Which I don't even know what the zombie game is. I literally think it's just like a game of tag, but the kids pretend to be zombies. And she gets nightmares from that. Um, so since we only get to watch it when the kids are in bed and on the weekends, because my husband goes to bed at 8 or 8:30, um, Sunday through Thursday, we literally only have Friday and Saturday nights to watch it, and lately he's been working Friday and Saturday nights for a, security place, and so we've been slowly getting through it. We are finally on season 14, so we have 2 whole seasons left, and then I can go ahead and rewatch it, but until then, I'm not gonna watch ahead or anything because, 1, I can be a scaredy cat. Like, the first few seasons, I remember me getting scared, like, the Bloody Mary uh, episode terrified me. Anything to do with the ghosts. I'm not a big fan of hauntings. Super Bowl and super late Christmas. Yeah, I had a Christmas dinner with my blended family, last Saturday. So I get it. My son used to be like that, but he's grown out of it for the most part. Yeah, so far my daughter hasn't grown out of it. She's almost 7. Now my son, on the other hand, has been watching Jurassic Park since he was 1.5, 2. He loved the new Haunted Mansion that was on Disney around Halloween, I think last year. Um, he loves the spooky and scary stuff. He loves it. I will say the one thing no, there's 2 things that I can get my daughter to watch that is spooky, and that is the Hocus Pocus movies, because she's been obsessed with those since she was, like, 3, and Nightmare Before Christmas, and that's only because that's daddy's favorite Disney movie. Other than that, if it has to do with spookiness, she's not really about it. But she has been really into, like, Wizards of Waverly Place, which I introduced to her a couple weeks ago. I hear them arguing. Having kids is fun. Here they come. Love you too.
I want my balloon.
No, I can't even reach over there, baby.
Maybe I can.
No, Amelia. I said no.
Oh.
I know. Life's so tough. Oh my god. Kids are funny. Okay. On that note, should we get the next sprint going? Have we been talking about Supernatural for like 10 minutes? we're just around the 10-minute mark of our break. So last call for the planting a tree with me and the forest code. Nikki is with us. Hey everyone, making some lunch. Sounds good. Man. Alrighty. And we are going to start our sprint. Starting the tree. Starting the timer. I'll see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. Okay, that was that sprint. How did we do? Kids got distract. Kids distracted me again. Let me get a new forest room going for us. 5 G M M B Q Y S G. Okay, new forest code is scrolling down below. We're gonna do let's do the starburst tree. Why didn't you change? There we go. I am writing by hand at the moment. See if that helps get the juices flowing, because staring at my screen wasn't helping. So I hope you guys are doing a little bit better than I am. I'm just getting what I had already written for this scene, which is only like 123 words. That way I can continue on writing by hand and see if anything comes to mind. Does that help anybody else? Like if you're staring at a screen and you just can't get anything, you just whip out a notebook and start writing by hand to see if that helps. I can't see at the moment. Hold on. What, baby? All right, you're gonna have to wait. Yep. Okay. Michelle, that's what I do. I always start handwriting scenes because they seem to flow better for me. I don't know what it is. It's just like, even if it's just like a couple of lines that I write down in my notebook and then I go back to the computer and type those out, and then I'm able to like keep going with the scene. I don't know what it is about handwriting some portion of a scene to get the juices flowing. But I'm glad I'm not the only one. I think Katrina does the same thing. She handwrites a lot. Does anybody have Super Bowl plans today? Yeah, it's the Super Bowl, girl. We do got to get ready for the football. Yeah, I do. Sorry, I got that entertainment Notion template and filling it out. Nice. You'll have to let me know how it is. My daughter's so funny. She's like, we got to see who's going to win. If the Chiefs are going to win, or the 4-9, whatever they're called. The 49ers, babe. Kids are so funny. So funny. I am planning on making some pulled pork and coleslaw and some chili cheese dip, and I think that's all I'm gonna make. What about popcorn? You want me to make you popcorn for the game? We'll see. My husband is going to his parents to watch with his dad and his brothers. My son and I are staying home, but I'll have it on in the background. Honestly, since I really don't care who wins today, I'm just watching the commercials. It's the one day I don't mind watching commercials. Every other day I hate commercials, but Super Bowl Sunday, for some reason, I'm all about those commercials. So I'll probably be doing other things while the game is on. Hey, Michelle. So far, I need to add red dates because I only have a reading goal. Wait, so far, I need to add red dates because it only has reading goal year. For the media one, ooh, teriyaki pulled pork. That sounds very delicious. I'm just doing barbecue sauce. And we'll do like little pulled pork sandwiches, and you put the coleslaw on top of the pulled pork in the sandwich, and it's so good. My kids are going insane. Absolutely insane. And the halftime show. Yeah, I'm just like, I loved listening to Usher back in, middle school and high school. Hey guys, can you be quiet a little bit? And you're yelling back. Okay, chill out. Oh my god. No. What are you doing? Oh my god. Anyways, back in middle school and high school, I used to listen to Usher all the time. I'm not like super excited for the halftime show this year. Like, just not excited. Is it gonna be just Usher, or is he bringing someone else? Yeah, it has all kinds of different parts: reading, TV and movies, podcasts, gaming, board games. Interesting. I'll have to relook at it. I do like the reading one that I have on Notion. So I don't know. I think they confirmed Alicia Keys. Okay, then I'm a little bit more excited. I like Alicia Keys, but I think I only know like two songs of hers. Like, before you telling me Alicia Keys, I was more excited about seeing Reba performing the national anthem because I love Reba. Yeah, I like the reading one I already have, so I may just use this for all the other stuff. Did you grab the reading one that I sent you a link for? Oh my gosh, these kids. Can you hear the kids, or can you only hear me? I feel like I can't even think because of the kids. Oh my god. If you can't tell, my husband is not home right now. I'm not sure it was the one you sent me like last year or the year before. I can't remember. Oh my god. 1 second. I think that was the one from a couple years ago. I think. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna get this sprint started because I have to go yell at the kids because they're not listening. They are not listening. They drive me bonkers. Alrighty, going with the starburst tree. I am starting the tree now. And we are now sprinting. I will see you guys back in 25 minutes. Happy sprinting. And that was that sprint. How did you guys do? My kids decided to rip their tablet off of the charger, and the little charging thing was stuck in the tablet, and I had to spend about 10 minutes trying to figure that out. Luckily, I found these guys and I was able to pull it out, but like, I tell them so many times, do not rip the charger out. We have gone through so many chargers because they just rip it out. And I'm just like, don't. You keep breaking them. So now they're not allowed to remove chargers out of anything unless mommy and daddy do it. I don't know what to do. I wrote like 2 lines. These kids are driving me absolutely bonkers. 4SYT789SG. The new forest code is scrolling at the bottom. If you want to plant a tree with me, Katrina got 0 writing done. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I got 2 lines written in my notebook. It just these kids don't let me focus. That's the main issue. If it's not my ADHD that's ruining things for me, it's it's my kid. They don't let me focus. My ADHD doesn't let me focus most of the time unless I'm hyper fixated on it. Um uh, let's see. Do we want the lover tree, the star tree, the sunflower, the wisteria, the palm tree, the maple tree, any of the oak trees? I have the purple, the yellow, the pink, and the teal. A mushroom, tangerine, jacaranda, carnation, cherry blossom, or the narcissus flower. Those are the options. Ugh. The jacaranda. I love saying that. The jacaranda. Every single time I say jacaranda tree, I think of Encanto, because the one sister sings about it in her song. Why can't I think of the perfect sister's name? Um, oh my god, it's been a while since we watched Encanto. My kids go through like phases where they're obsessed with a certain thing and they'll watch it forever, and then, or like constantly, and then after they have like their 2 to 3 week of watching it constantly, they don't watch it for a long time. So my kids haven't watched Encanto in quite some time. And I cannot think of anyone but Mirabelle and Bruno at the moment. Louisa, she's the nice, strong sister. Why can't I think of the other sister's name? I don't know. Oh, you know what my daughter is super excited for? Just saw a teaser for Moana 2, which is coming out in November. I'm excited for that. Um, my daughter was obsessed with Moana when she was really, really little. It was the only thing that we could put on that would, like, ease her, like, if she woke up in the middle of the night and she couldn't fall back asleep, we would bring her down to the living room and we would watch Moana. It was the only thing that made her happy for, like, 3 years. She was obsessed with Moana, and she still loves Moana, but she doesn't watch it as often. But she got so excited when I showed her the teaser of Moana 2 coming out in November. She's super excited, and I'm super excited because the people who wrote the songs for Moana 2 is Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear, who are the 2 girls who wrote the unofficial Bridgerton musical that went viral on TikTok at the beginning of the pandemic, and I'm super excited to see how what they've done with the songs. Um, so I'm super excited. And then also, I heard there's going to be a Frozen 3 coming out in, I think they said 2025. And I mean, even though the Frozen movies aren't my favorite, um, my daughter loves them, and I actually prefer the second movie over the first one, and I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. I know not everyone's gonna be excited for Frozen, but my son liked Moana in the beginning, but he hates the Shiny song. I used to wake him up it used to wake him up sometimes. Yeah, the Shiny song's not the best. Um, there are definitely better songs out there. Um, but I can totally understand that. I'm excited to see what Barlow and Bear come up with for the songs in Moana 2. Um, didn't they win, like, a Grammy for the unofficial Bridgerton musical too? It does. It does get stuck in your head. Obviously, my daughter likes How Far I'll Go or whatever it's called, and, I really like You're Welcome. But Lin-Manuel Miranda did a great job at writing those songs in Moana. They're super catchy. We have not seen the new Wish movie. I've heard mixed feelings about it, though. "I Burn for You" is such a cute song. Yeah, Barlow and Bear killed it with that. I listened to it so much in 2020, in early 2021, whenever, like, the actual album came out. I'm gonna look it up right now, actually. Unofficial Bridgerton musical. It was released in 2021, but, like, they wrote it in 2020 and they filmed it all on TikTok, and oh my gosh, it was just it's perfection. And I'm almost positive they won some sort of award. Barlow and Bear win. Did they win a Grammy? Yeah, 2022 Grammys. They won Best Musical Theater Album. It's so great. If you haven't Number 1, if you haven't watched Bridgerton, You have to at least watch the first season. The second season is it's not my favorite, which sucks because the main romance in the second season is my favorite romance in the books. But I don't really like how they did season 2. I am in the small minority of that, but I'm not excited about how they did season 2. I am excited to see how they turn it around in season 3, and I'm super excited to see the next couple, but I feel like they did me dirty for season 2, especially since Anthony's my favorite. I watched some of the first season. I need to start it back up again. Yeah, it's worth it. The first season is definitely worth it. A lot of people liked the second season. I did not care for it that much. Like, I will rewatch season 1, and I probably won't rewatch season 2 unless I like just had it on in the background. Why didn't Simon tell her he loves her? I'm okay. Hold on one second. Oh, see, we have someone who is the opposite. I loved season 2, season 1 annoyed the crap out of me. I can understand that. There's controversies with season 1. At least in the book form, there are controversies, and actually The Duke and I, which is the book for season 1, isn't my favorite. The Viscount Who Loved Me is my favorite so far. I haven't finished the book series yet. I should do that this year. But I can understand why season 1 annoyed you. Season 2 annoyed me because they changed quite a few things from the book, and I didn't like how they did Penelope and Eloise's friendship dirty. I didn't like that at all. And I don't know how they're going to be able to fix that because it's completely different in the book or in the books from what I was discussing with one of my friends. So I don't like how they did that. And there was a couple of things with this why can't I think of their names? Season 2 of Bridgerton. Kate and what's her sister's name? Well, anyways, Kate and her sister, there were a couple of things that they did differently in the season, and I just didn't like it. It was so much better in the book. Like, The Viscount Who Loved Me is so far my favorite Bridgerton book, and I didn't like how they treated it in the show. So that's why I don't really care for season 2 too much. Don't worry, I understood what you were saying. I don't even know when season 3 is coming out. They keep like pushing it. Premieres May 16th of this year. And they're only releasing 4 of the episodes on May 16th, and the other 4 are being released on June 13th, a whole month later. Are you Netflix? Netflix is dumb. So dumb. Why? I don't understand that. I can understand releasing half of it one day and then like a week later releasing the other half like they do with like some of their other seasons like I watch their like The Circle and other reality shows like Love is Blind. They release like 3 or 4 episodes at a time, but they do it weekly. But to do half of a season, which is only 4 episodes, and then a month later drop the last 4 episodes, that's just stupid. I hate when movies and TV shows change things so much from the books. I don't usually mind it, except when it's, like, my favorite and the book was, like, almost pure perfection, that why would you change it from pure perfection to something not perfection? Like, that makes absolute no sense to me. I feel like season 2 did me dirty. Yeah, why split it like that? If you're gonna split it, at least make it to where, like, you drop the first 3 episodes this week, the next week you drop the next 3 episodes, the week after you drop the last 2 episodes. Like, that makes more sense than, um than dropping half of it 1 month and dropping the other half the other month just so that you can try and get more subscribers. Maybe try catering to the subscribers that you already have, because this just makes them wanna drop it even more. Like, Netflix has made some stupid, stupid things in the past couple of years. And the only reason why we still have Netflix is because the kids watch it a lot, and we haven't had to do the whole, pay for the extra, like, you know how they're doing the password sharing pay thing? We haven't had to do that. So, until they force us to get a second, account for my grandpa, I will keep having them, but the second that they put a ban on that, I'm canceling it altogether because it's not worth it. Like, Outlander has annoying breaks. I'm so behind on Outlander. I'm on season 5, I think. 5 or 6. And a part of me kind of wants to re-watch part of it. I don't know, because 'cause they're hour-long episodes, and that's a lot. Oh, maybe. Maybe it's the filming process. It's not the filming process. It's them wanting to be able to make sure they have at least 2 months of subscribers paying. So they're trying to avoid people subscribing for Netflix for when it releases and then canceling it. So they're wanting to make sure they at least have 2 months full of subscribers for that season. That's what they're doing. Then film it, see how it does, then film and put out the rest. Well, I mean, they know that Bridgerton is going to bring subscribers. They already know. The first season of Bridgerton broke records for Netflix. So they already know that Bridgerton is going to be a moneymaker for them. I'm behind on everything. I feel this. I feel this. The only thing I'm not behind on are trashy reality TV shows. No, I lied. I have 1 episode of Love Island All-Stars that I need to catch up on, which I'll probably do after this stream and before the Super Bowl. But I'm caught up on Love is Blind. I'm caught up on The Traitors. I'm caught up on The Challenge. I'm caught up on almost all the reality TV shows that I watch. But I'm so behind on Outlander. I'm behind on, obviously, Supernatural we're still trying to get through. I'm behind on a lot of things. I feel this. My husband and I were supposed to start season 2 of The Witcher, but never got to it. Me and my husband, we started to watch The Witcher, and the day that we watched the first episode, he was so tired that he fell asleep because it was just a bad time for us to start something new, and we haven't gone back. And I don't know. We still have to finish. We still have to watch Good Omens. We still have to watch the Doctor Who Christmas special. We still have to watch some of the Marvel stuff. Like, we have to watch Echo and Secret Invasion. And I think I saw that the Marvels is now streaming on Disney. So we have to watch that. Um, we are almost all caught up on like Star Wars stuff. Yeah, they replaced him. Um, I forget who they replaced him with though, but I already knew that. And I'm bummed. Yeah, well, it's just another stupid thing that Netflix did. Netflix does a lot of stupid shit. Oh, Liam. Mm. He's not my favorite. Um, I think he's not my favorite because of the whole Miley thing, but that's just me. I much prefer Chris Hemsworth. He seems more like down to earth and chill. I'm not sure if Hemsworth will do the character justice. He may not. I don't know. I think I've only seen him in one movie. Wasn't he in The Last Song with Miley Cyrus? Agreed. Same. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's get this next sprint going. Mm, let's see. Is the Oh yeah, that's right. He was in the Hunger Games. I forgot. I actually liked his I was not a PETA stan. So I actually liked his character better. Um but that's just me. I think I'm in the minority of that too. The Last Song, right? Yeah, that's where they fell in love. Yeah. Like, he should have known back then that Miley is wild and crazy, and that's where he fell in love with her. So why treat her like complete garbage during the relationship because she's crazy? Let her live. Don't tell her to behave. Rude. Sorry. I agree with you. Like, honestly, like, he knew how she was. Yet when she would like stick out her tongue and everything, he would like be like, I'm too pompous. Sorry. I have issues. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, I think there's like a clip going around, well, not going around, but like it has gone around where like at one of the, I don't know if it was the Grammys or it was an award show, and she like stuck out her tongue and like pretended to lick him, and he said, behave. Like, bitch, let her do her thing. I don't know why. It could have been a reason why, but I don't know. But yeah, let Miley do her thing. She's amazing. crazy, but she's amazing. Alrighty. I will do one more 25-minute sprint, and then I'll do like a quick 15-minute sprint afterwards. Just because I'm starting to get hungry and I gotta start making food for the Super Bowl. So let's get this next sprint started. I am clicking the tree now and starting this timer, and I will see you guys back in 25 minutes. And that was that sprint. I actually got some words in. I wrote 386 words. And also got distracted by the husband because he's finally home, in case y'all didn't see him flick my hair. I will do one more sprint. I'm going to do a quick, like, 15-minute sprint just so I can finish what is going on in my head right now. I was able to write down quite a bit of the scene, and so now I'm just typing it up and letting the words flow like they usually do after I am able to do this. Let me set up a new forest room real quick. Edit 3Y22F38SG. New forest code is scrolling down below, changing it to 15 minutes. And let's do the maple, because why not? Alrighty, going to the comments now. That was cute. What, my husband? He can be. He likes to just, like, push my buttons, and then, you know, he'll be cute afterwards. Oh, you forgot to join the app last time. It's okay. We've got another one going on. Oh. Excuse me. Yes, it feels good to get words in. Feels so good. I love it when I'm able to get words in. Granted, you know, this is the contemporary romance, so there's not like a whole lot of words that I've done so far for this, rather than, you know, the fantasy romance or the romantasy. I think I'm at like 5,000 words, which still isn't like a whole lot, but it just feels good to be writing. Feels very good to be writing. And I know this one technically has a shorter due date that I gave myself. Not like an official due date, but like just a due date that I gave myself. I want the first draft of this to be done by the end of first quarter, which is March 31st. So, Coco, I joined a little late today because I had groceries, but it feels very good to be writing now. Yay! Unfortunately, I am only going to be doing one more sprint, which will be a 15-minute sprint, because I'm getting a little hungry and I gotta go start making food for the Super Bowl. So let me do the Google timer real quick. Change it to 4:15, 15:15, and make that like this, and reset and full screen. There we go. There we go. I'm still typing up what I have handwritten. That's awesome. You handwrote a lot. Do you tend to write down like the entire scene and then go type it up? Or do you just type out a little bit and then once you feel like you've gotten it going, then start typing up? And thank you. How did you know I needed something to eat? Cheese. That's okay. I need to start making food for Super Bowl too, but it's very chill, so I can keep writing until then. Yeah, I'll probably be in the Discord a lot today because I'm not going to be paying attention to the actual game because I don't care who wins. I just want to watch the commercials, but I'm going to probably still be writing, so I might be doing sprints in the Discord once I get all the food going and whatnot. I'm gonna want more cheese. I can't just eat one slice of cheese. Mm-mm-mm. My daughter is super excited to see how many times she's gonna be able to see Taylor Swift. My husband is not excited about how many times they're gonna see Taylor Swift. And I'm just over here like watching the chaos. Mm. I really needed that piece of cheese. Coco, what are you making for the Super Bowl? I handwrite to get the juices flowing, but once flowing, I can't break the flow, so I keep handwriting. That's awesome. I do like bits and pieces. So like I got to a certain point and I'm like, you know what? I know where this is going. So I start typing everything out and then I'm able to like type out, and then I'll just, go to the next page and I'll start writing a different scene. And then once I do that, then that's how I work. But back in high school, I used to handwrite everything. Everything. So like all of my stories that I started in high school, I had a notebook dedicated to it, and it would be like, the working title, and I would flip open and I would go chapter 1, and I wrote it all. Chapter 2, and then I wrote it all. And then I don't think I started like actually typing anything out until college. And I would go through my notebooks and see what was even good. That's how I used to write, which is crazy to think about. Except for the one time where I was part of the Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul / I Am for Teens writing forums. Oh my God, I miss those forums so bad. I wish they were still up because I want to read what I wrote back then. I forget what it was even called. Like, I forget what the story was even called, but it was all written in the forum, and I did print it out once, but I think I threw it out. I have no idea where it would be if I didn't throw it out. And I'm just curious to know how many words I had because it was a lot. It was a lot. It was probably at least, I want to say at minimum 50,000 words of a story that had no plot that I remember. And I remember I printed it out and I reread it and I said it was complete and utter garbage. And I remember tossing it. And since then, since I wrote that in like middle school and like early high school days, I was at my pops's house and he doesn't have the same computer. So it's not, on the hard drives of that because he doesn't even have that computer. And I don't have a digital copy of it anywhere now that the forum is completely gone. And that really kind of breaks my heart because I feel like it would be really fun to just go back and see how much my writing has grown and how well or how much better my writing is compared to when I was 12. But I can't do that. And it kind of makes me a little sad. Grilled sandwiches. I don't know how they'll turn out. Oh, that sounds good. I'm making pulled pork, coleslaw, and chili cheese dip. I love going back to read old things I've written as a teen. It's interesting to see how my mind worked back then. Yeah, I am able to read some of the stuff that I wrote in like my late high school, early college age time era because that I do have copies of. And I haven't thrown those out. And I have digital copies because I was typing them out. And I have all my notebooks from that time. But for some reason, the stuff that I started when I was like 12 or 13 years old on those forums, I don't have a copy of. And it really makes me a little upset. I don't know, I'm in the same boat kind of because I deleted some old stuff from middle school when I was in high school because I was like, ew, what exactly? That's what happened. But honestly, it would be so cool to see how I've grown. Yeah. And I wish those writing forums were still up, but I can't find them at all. I know it was the chicken soup for the teenage soul.com, and they had forums, which then turned into I am the number 4 teens.com or .org or something. And they're no longer available. They're no longer on the internet. And it makes me so sad. So sad. Alrighty. Last call for the Forest app. I see 2 of you are in here. So if any of you want to join in on planting a tree, do it now because we are going to be starting the sprint in about a minute because I'm really hungry and I need to eat. Yeah. Since this is going to be the last sprint, make sure if you want to continue writing with me later on in the day, I will be over on the Discord server, which is linked down below. You can find me on My Little Cozy Corner. You can find me in the Writers Unfiltered, which I share the server with Katrina. And then you can also find me over on Katrina's server. And we both do a lot of writing stuff over there. We talk about a lot of nerdy things like books and games and crochet, other types of hobbies. We talk about our life over there. And yeah, it's just a fun little cozy corner of the internet that we've carved out for our own little community, and I love it over there. So if you're not over on the Discord servers with us, go ahead and click those links because we would love it for you guys to join us. And I will probably be doing writing sprints throughout the rest of today because I'm not going to be really paying attention to the game. I'm just going to be paying attention to the commercials. So while the football is footballing, I might be writing the words. And as always, usually I do either an all-day live stream on Sundays or I write. I do a live stream on Sunday nights. That is not happening because of the Super Bowl tonight, but I will be back on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time for our normal scheduled live stream for the late morning and early afternoon. And then I will be back on Wednesday night for our regularly scheduled Wednesday night live stream. So that is where you can find me and see me next. I also, if you are interested, have the January writing vlog up on my YouTube if you want to go watch that. It was fun to be able to start doing that again. So I'm looking forward to filming some more vlog clips. And yeah. But this will be the last sprint, and we are going to go ahead and start it now. I am starting the tree final sprint, and I am starting the timer. So I will see you guys back in 15 minutes. Happy sprinting. Sorry, I always forget that that one doesn't stop on its own. Okay, I was able to get quite a bit of words. I was able to get 420 words during that sprint, and I got 2 pieces of cheese from the husband during it. Yes. Okay. How did you guys do? I haven't finished this scene, but like now that I've like started it, it's going. It is clicking. I will definitely be coming back to it later today after I get some food started. Michelle, I watched it last night. I really enjoyed your vlog style. Oh, that makes me happy. Yes. Shut up. You're so annoying sometimes. Oh my gosh. I really enjoy making those vlogs for you guys, and it feels really nice getting back into vlogging. Yay for cheese and words. Yes, cheese is a must, and words are nice. But yeah, I will be back on Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific. No. Yes, 8 a.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m. Mountain time, 10 a.m. Central time, and 11 a.m. Eastern time for the Wednesday morning live stream productivity sprints. And then I will be back on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Mountain time, 8 p.m. Central time, and 9 p.m. Eastern time for the Wednesday night live stream and productivity sprints. But until then, you can find me in the Discord down below. In all 3 of the Discord servers down below, you can find me, and that's where I will be doing some writing sprints later. I love how he just comes up behind you and shoves a piece of cheese in your mouth. It was really funny. Yeah, he is a riot. He never it's never a dull moment around this house at all. And even though he annoys the shit out of me sometimes, I love him. I wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, I will definitely be on the Discord later today doing some writing sprints because, like I said, I'm just going to be eating snacks and watching the commercials. So during the actual football game, when the football is footballing, I will probably be writing. I always feel so productive during these live sprints. Yes, I'm so glad that you're able to feel productive and get things done. That's all I try to do for you guys. I always feel very productive when I am watching someone's live sprints and live streams. And so for me to be able to help you guys out just makes me feel so much better. But your girl's hungry. I need to go make some food and start getting all the Super Bowl snacks started. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for live streaming and sprinting with me. It's been a blast. I love you guys. Happy writing. See you later.